Howdy, my name is Ava. I am one of the current graduate assistants for professional school advising through the Career Center here at A&M. And today I'm going to talk about med school prereqs and just the process of preparing yourself for applying to medical schools. So first, you might be wondering what you need to take, especially if you're an underclassman. This graph here, if you want to screenshot this, this is the list of what most medical schools are looking for. And you can see here there are a couple stars by some of the biochemistry classes. Some schools do not technically require biochemistry, so if you were to take it, it would count towards the upper level biology. If you visit our website, which I will have the link for at the end of the presentation, you can click on this handout itself and you can find this blue hyperlink. I can't open it now, obviously, but this link will send you to the page that will tell you all the upper level biology classes. So most medical schools in Texas require the same courses, which again is here. Baylor College of Medicine is a little bit different though. They do require 12 credit hours of humanities, so you really want to make sure that if you are interested in Baylor College of Medicine, go to their website, review their requirements, and make sure that you have all necessary classes in your degree plan. But for most other schools in Texas and for most schools in the country, these classes will be good. But again, you need to review the programs you are interested in. Do not just base all your plans off of just this information alone. You want to double check because schools are always changing their prereqs as well. So you want to be conscious of your timeline. You want to try to have all of these prerequisites done before applications. Technically, a lot of schools will allow you to apply if there are some classes in progress or incomplete up to the point of your application. As long as you finish them by matriculation, that's okay. And different schools will maybe allow two or three classes. But the reason why we encourage you to have all the prereqs done is because medical schools want to be sure that you're going to be successful in their really rigorous courses. So if you have a whole bunch of prereqs not done yet, especially some of these upper level science ones, how is a med school going to know that you're going to be successful, right? So try to take all of these very, very seriously. Get them done, do them well, and there's no rush to apply. So I really would encourage you to consider finishing all of these before applications. And especially if you're in a science major, you should be able to finish all of these by your fall semester junior year. So you should have plenty of time, but it's important to, again, be conscious of your timeline. Make sure you're getting all these classes in when you need to get them in. So next, a lot of people have questions about taking prereqs outside of A&M. What I always tell students is that medical schools do prefer that you take all your prereqs at your four-year institution. Um, Depending on the school, AP or IB or credit by exam credits might be accepted. This does differ program to program. I will say in Texas, all medical schools except Baylor College of Medicine will accept like credit by exam or AP, but again, it's not recommended. Community college credits will be accepted always as long as they're at a collegiate level and as long as they count for whatever class according to the med school, that is fine. And if you want to be sure that if you are planning on taking a community college credit, if you want to be sure that they will be accepted, you could always see, based on the last slide, what A&M class would be okay for medical school, and then go on the transfer course equivalency website and see at the community college you are planning to take that class at. Make sure you're taking a class that is equivalent to like the A&M one, if that makes sense. Don't just take a random physics class, for example, hoping it's going to count. Make sure it counts if you're taking anything at community college. So there are some courses that are commonly taken outside of A&M. I'll say for English, a lot of people often accept AP credit for the 6 credits. Again, be careful with Baylor College of Medicine if that's a school that you are intending on applying. They do have an English requirement, although it's a little bit different. They don't require 6 hours of English. They require 3 to 4 hours of expository writing. Technically, that does not need to be in the English department, but they also don't have a list out there for what does count. So just be mindful of that. For physics, a lot of Aggies take physics 1 and 2 at community college. That's very, very common. I would say try to get them in here if you can, but especially if you're a science major and you're taking lots of other really rigorous science courses and your biology, your chemistries are more important to you, it is okay to take physics at community college. You can do that. Um, but if you do that, try to take any community college course in person. Some medical schools do not accept online prereqs. So do it in person, especially the lab component. You need to be doing all lab components in person. Some schools, even if they don't say, complete online prereqs are not allowed, they'll say lab components are not allowed to be taken online. So, yes, these are very common. I would say, other than that, try to take all of your biologies, your chemistries, OChem, biochem, take them all at A&M. That's my biggest recommendation. And again, I kind of mentioned here, just remember that all Texas medical schools will accept AP credit except for Baylor College of Medicine. So, again, I've been mentioning Baylor a lot here, but review the requirements, see if it's a school that you're interested in, and plan accordingly. So remember, taking all prereqs at your four-year institution is ideal, but everyone has their own stories, circumstances, reasonings for taking classes outside of A&M. So I am not by any means saying that you have to take all your prereqs at A&M or else you won't go to medical school. That is not the truth at all. Often people are not in ideal situations, so you need to just do what's going to work for you. Again, do the proper research, look into programs, create a plan that's going to work for you and your timeline. And remember, there's no perfect medical school applicant, so don't get yourself too wrapped up in this process. You just need to do what you need to do by, again, doing that research, planning accordingly, staying disciplined, doing well in those classes to maintain that high GPA, and just do the best you can do. Thank you. So I hope that answers your questions on prereqs. I hope you feel more familiarized now with that whole process. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and contact us. Our office's phone number is listed here. This is our general email. And if you want to visit our website, it is opsa.tamu.edu. We have lots of really helpful handouts and kind of just resources out there for you to check out, and those are available 24/7. So I really encourage you to check out our website if you have any more questions. But again, if you need anything else, please contact us, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.